Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. A good addition to the British cruiserweight scene is Vidall Riley, who moved to 9 wins, no defeats, no draws, 6 KOs. For the second time in succession, he stopped Anees Taj, who is based in, I think, Watford. And Riley is, I think he resides in Tottenham in North London, which is where I'm from. And this was a rematch. And it's kind of a curious rematch because back in February, Anees Taj and Riley had a fight. It ended inconclusively, I suppose, if that's what you want to say. It was a cut over the eye and the doctor stopped it. I think it was a left eye Taj was cut over. And Taj said, well, he gave Riley a few problems, before that, although I thought Riley was winning it pretty clearly. So they, a rematch, no problem. And this time it was, surprise, surprise, another victory for Riley in the 4th round. So history repeating itself. But this time it was conclusive because Riley came out sort of on a mission. Taj came in with a 7 wins, 3 defeats record, just that one stoppage. 5 of his wins were by stoppage or knockout. But Riley instantly put it on him, and he was banging in jabs. I mean, very hurtful punches, with both hands. Towards the end of the 1st round, he banged in some left hooks to the body, which was really always great to see. And in fairness, Taj took them really well, took all the punches really well, but he just couldn't get off. He just couldn't get his punches going. There was just too much activity and too much accuracy from Riley. Now, if I have a criticism of Riley, it's that he doesn't disguise his punches that well. He feints, but then when he decides he's going to fire punches, there's that split second of setting himself, and then he pushes the punches. He pushes the punches out. And yeah, I mean, some of them are hard, don't get me wrong, but at times he can sort of place his punches a bit too much. There's a bit too much. It's not robotic because it's too quick to be robotic. It's more a case of not quite. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't flow. It doesn't. I don't want to be too hard on the guy because he does fire some really great combinations. But yeah, I'll get back to what I originally said. He doesn't disguise his punches particularly well. But he does fire lots of combinations, and for someone like Taj, who was standing in front of him or standing off, but thinking, what am I going to do with this guy? The first 3 rounds were agony, and Taj was trying. Don't get me wrong, he came to win, but Riley just had too much of everything. He was basically, by the 3rd round, he was beating up Taj. Well, the first half of the 4th round was really interesting because Taj started to sort of really go for it. And he tore after Riley, and he does have a very good right hand, Taj, overhand right. And he clocked Riley and seemed to, I don't know whether he shook him, but he certainly made him think. And yeah, okay, I'll go as far as to say he did shake him a bit. I'm not saying he was on rubber legs, but Riley actually nodded as if to say, yeah, that was a good punch. And Taj didn't need a second invitation. He tore after Riley, suddenly had the bit between his teeth, and he was gaining that sort of foothold in the fight. But then there was an instant halfway through the 4th round where Riley punched Taj low. Again, looking for the body, which is always a great thing, good thing to see. He punched him low, and the referee stepped in and gave Taj some time to recover. Taj had lost momentum. Riley puts it on him, and then Taj sort of half turned with another body punch. Half turned to the ref as if to say that was low, and it wasn't low. And he wasn't paying attention, and then Riley jumped on him, and I think there was an uppercut in there. But anyway, Taj ended up backed onto the ropes, knocked sort of down them. He slid down them somewhat, got up. The referee, rather strangely, considering a foul wasn't called, sort of walked him to a corner, gave him extra time to recover, and then waved the fight in. But it didn't matter because Riley showed a good killer instinct, got Taj on the ropes, and started battering him, and in comes the towel, and that was that. That's all she wrote. And Taj was absolutely heartbroken afterwards because I think he felt in that 4th round he was gaining some momentum, which he was, and then the illegal blow, the one blow which was illegal, stopped that momentum and completely turned the fight on its head. But credit to Riley for soaking up that punishment early in the 4th round and then coming back and landing some really bloodthirsty punches. Yeah, but Riley, I think Riley's an entertaining addition because he's got just enough vulnerabilities to be entertaining. He's not one of these guys who's going to be an absolute, you know, come forward. Um, he's not. Well, he's not a pity pat guy, and he's not going to. He's not a raw slugger. He's got skills, but he is. He's someone who likes to throw punches in bunches, lots of combinations, and therefore does leave his defence a little bit porous. And I think a better fighter, or shall I say a more technically adept fighter than Taj, is going to find a way to thread those punches through those gaps, punch with Riley, and could get him in trouble. Because, like I say, in that start of that fourth round, Taj rattled him. Definitely did rattle him. So, what did you think of this fight? It was on the undercard of the Frazer Clarke, Marius Vac fight. Have a look at it. Tell me what you think. I think Riley is entertaining stuff. I think he can go to European level, world level. Jury's still out. He needs to. Like I can't quite find the right words, but like I said before, he doesn't disguise those. He doesn't disguise his offense particularly well, and I think he needs to tighten up the defense a little bit. I'm not convinced Riley can fight on the back foot. He likes to come forward, which is fair enough, but I'd like to see someone put it on him. Maybe soak up his punches, just like Taj was doing at the start of that fourth round. Really put it on him and see how Riley can react by conserving energy and fighting on the back foot. But entertaining fighter, definitely. So give us your opinion. Give us your opinion on this fight if you saw it. Thanks for your time as always. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you're new and you could subscribe, that'd be great. And like the video if you liked it too. That helps us out. And spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. More boxing to come tonight. We've got Frazer Clarke and Vac. Like I said earlier, I'll do a video on that. Until then, bye for now.